Hello there. I got this monitor in the mail recently. This is the MSI MPG 321URX 4K QD OLED monitor. It supports adaptive sync and up to 240 Hz for all the pro gamers out there. And several brands have released their new QD OLED panels recently, but they're all hard to get, especially in Europe. I've been dreaming about a monitor with these specs for the last few years as I've been using an OLED TV from LG, and I wanted to have that technology with 4K for my office desk as well. And the time has finally come. This has become my new daily driver for work and also for gaming with my PS5 and Series X on the desk. So here's the box, very gamey stuff with these bright purple colors and all the MSI logos. It has all the important features on there, so you pretty much know exactly what you're getting. When we look inside the box, we see all the accessories it comes with first. That includes a high-speed HDMI cable, a USB Type-A to Type-B cable, and a power cable. Unfortunately, there's no DisplayPort cable included. Then we have the usual warranty information and a quick start guide. Of course, there's also a monitor stand, which I won't be using as I will put it directly on a monitor arm where my older display used to be. But for you people who want to know about the stand, it comes in two parts that you just screw together. The stand in itself is nothing special. You can change the monitor's height, turn it left or right, but not put it in a completely vertical mode. We also get these screws to put it on a wall mount. The monitor itself comes in this protection wrapper and it has a screen protector on there, which apparently is a huge deal as the Alienware OLED comes without one, and many people have been reporting scratches on it. Last but not least, we have a calibration report. The back of the monitor has MSI's design on it, which I'm not too fond of. It's not a deal breaker for me, but I like my stuff to be clean and more simplistic. It also has this heatsink on there, so it's not using active cooling with a fan. It also has this lighting effect when turned on, which you can make brighter or dimmer and also deactivate in the menu, fortunately. The panel itself is very thin, which looks awesome in my opinion. And now to the ports. We have two HDMI 2.1 ports, one DisplayPort 1.4, one USB Type-B 3.0, and two USB Type-A 3.0 ports. Then there's also a headphone jack and a USB Type-C port that can charge with up to 90 watts and can also be used as a display port, which is very useful for Macs, for example. You can also see this little knob here that functions as a joystick for the menu and two buttons on the sides. From the front, the monitor looks rather clean, what I really like. The bezels are very thin and you just have this gray bezel with the MSI logo at the bottom with an LED. It doesn't look gamey at all from this side. Like I said, I've been wanting a monitor with these specs for a long time now. This one will replace my old 27-inch LCD from Dell. 32 inches with OLED screen technology and 4K resolution is a game changer for me, as I consider that the perfect size on the desk. I was immediately impressed with the picture quality when I turned it on the first time. Whether I'm using it with my Mac or my consoles, the picture and text clarity is very good. People are talking about fringing on texts, but I cannot really see that. If you're coming from an LCD display, this will definitely be a huge improvement. I've been working with it and playing games on it over the last week. It's great for productivity work, and I can even use it as a UI monitor for DaVinci Resolve. In terms of games, I mainly play all of the next-gen consoles including Switch on it, and they all look great. Of course, this monitor is capable of both HDR and SDR. I use it in SDR for my work and HDR while gaming. It's very accurate in its SDR sRGB mode. Unfortunately, you can't change many of the settings in this mode. While in HDR, it offers True Black 400 certification and a Peak 1000 nits mode. Both enough for me while gaming, as I'm mostly gaming in the dark here. Additionally, it covers 98.5% of DCI-P3. Whether you game, you work, or you watch movies, this monitor offers you the best for all worlds. I could never go back to LCD after having seen this picture quality and these perfect black levels. These new panels come either in a semi-glossy finish or with a matte one. This one has a semi-glossy finish, so it will definitely reflect your surroundings to a certain degree. I can see people getting annoyed by this while working or gaming in bright areas. It is not as bad as my LG OLED TV, but could still be a problem for some people. I opted for this monitor as I'm mainly working and playing in my little cave here, which I'm able to fully darken down. Apparently, the semi-glossy finish also helps with the black levels, as they can get darker with that. That's why I also went with the glossy Steam Deck OLED, for example. In terms of gaming, it pretty much offers everything you would want when you're playing on next-gen consoles or PC. It has variable refresh rate, which both PS5 and Series X support. It also has adaptive sync to reduce screen tearing and to allow smoother gameplay on PC. Of course, the PS5 and Series X are limited to 4K and 120 that this monitor fully supports, but you also have 240Hz on PC, which makes your competitive gameplay buttery smooth in games like Valorant or CS2. One thing that is typical for OLED screens is their crazy response time of 0.03 milliseconds, which should also help in competitive games. In addition, the MSI offers something like Smart Crosshair that puts a crosshair on the screen for shooters and a scope mode that zooms in on a certain part of the screen. The menu is pretty straightforward and quickly accessible with the buttons on the lower back of the screen. There's a big menu and 4 quick menus that can be customized. The monitor also offers a KVM switch, which allows you to use the same mouse and keyboard on 2 different PCs or Macs. You have different screen modes where you can change brightness, contrast, sharpness, and the color temperature. Like I said, that's not possible in sRGB mode. And you can change settings like the HDR mode. The screen works flawlessly both with my PC and my Mac, which I mostly use it for. Unfortunately, the MSI doesn't have built-in speakers, which is no problem for me, as I don't need that, but still would have been a nice option. Besides having 3 years of warranty for its OLED panels, MSI also built in several features that should help with burn-in protection, which a lot of people fear. There's a special point in the menu called MSI OLED Care that offers features like pixel shift, panel protect mode, static screen detection, taskbar detection, or an OLED panel info with runtimes for the panel. Very appreciated and should become the standard. It even has an alert that tells you when to use what. So, is it worth buying? I can say that I am totally happy with it. It offers everything I wanted from this new generation of displays. 32 inches with 4K is just perfect for me. I can both work and game on it due to its color accuracy and a myriad of gaming features. It's perfect for story games and also for competitive stuff due to its high refresh rate. Of course, this monitor doesn't come cheap, at least in Europe, which kinda shocked me. People in the US only have to pay 950 USD before tax, while we in Europe have to pay 1,400 euros after tax. I get the tax back, fortunately, but it could be too much for some people, especially when you can have the Alienware pendant for 200 euros less. Though that one is lacking some features this one has, and has a curved panel which some people won't like. Availability is also scarce so far. A little side note, there's also another version of this panel from MSI, which is the cheaper MAG 32-inch OLED. The MPG version has the option to get firmware updates in the future, said MAG version doesn't, be aware of that. Otherwise, they're pretty much the same. So, what do you guys think about this monitor? Have you already gotten yours? Did you get another brand? Would it even be worth it for you to add something like this to your setup? Looking forward to your comments. I hope you enjoyed this review. See you in the next video.